Hello and welcome back to Bits and Bobs. Today's video is all about the 1785 guinea from the reign of King George III. The coin we can see on screen now. I will first go through the design of the coin and then move on to the facts and figures. To the reverse, we can see the date there, either side of a crown, and the crown is above a royal ornamental border shield quartered into four parts, with one part featuring the Hanoverian shield, one part featuring the Irish harp for Ireland, the fleur-de-lis there for France, and a joint part there with the three lines of England for England and the lion rampart of Scotland for Scotland. We can as well see a very long and very heavily abbreviated Latin legend. This reads in English, King of Great Britain, France and Ireland, Duke of Brunswick and Luneburg, Arch-Treasurer and Elector of the Holy Roman Empire. So a very long legend there, listing many of the titles of King George III, who we see now to the obverse. Quite a good portrait. George III had many portraits indeed over his reign, a long reign with many portraits. This one is one of the better ones in my opinion, not being too unflattering. We can see the king there, facing to the right, with a laurel in his hair and long, curly, flowing hair behind him. Now we can see on the rim a very smaller legend compared to the reverse there, simply reading Georgius III de Gratia, or in English meaning George III by the grace of God, alluding to the fact that back then, in the 1700s, they believed the monarch was chosen by God, and therefore it was God's will for King George III to rule the kingdom and the empire at this time. The rim of this coin and the edge of the coin has reeded edges to prevent it from being clipped, and now we'll now move on to the facts and figures of the 1785 guinea. So this coin was made at the Tower Mint in London. So the Tower of London hosted the Royal Mint between 1272 to 1810. The composition of the coin is 0.917 gold, so 91.7% pure, or known as 22 carat for the purity of the gold in this guinea. The weight of the guinea is 8.4 grams, so heavier than a gold sovereign for comparison, and the diameter, again larger than a sovereign, was 24 millimeters, so about the size of a 10-pence piece for a modern comparison. The mintage for this coin is unknown. However, this year, 1785, is a medium rarity for a George III guinea, so not a crazy rarity one, but not a very common date. The guinea coin is a 252-pence coin, which was 21 shillings, or 1.05 pounds, so back then 1 pound and 1 shilling was the guinea's value. And in 1758, a guinea could buy you the equivalent buying power of £206 and 67 pence today, so by no means a small change coin, a very large sum of money back then. And it was demonetised in 1817 in the changeover from guineas to sovereigns in the Great Recoinage, still under George III later in his reign. Now then, onto the value of the coin, a very high value, selling for £600 in poor condition, £850 in fine condition, £1,500 in extremely fine, and over £2,000 in almost uncirculated grades. A very high price coin there, as it's very desirable, very old, very collectible, and of course importantly, made of gold. So there we go. A lovely coin indeed, and do comment down below if you have any guineas in your collection. So there we go. Please subscribe to the channel if you've enjoyed. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you again soon for some more coins in the future on Bits and Bobs. Bye for now.